Hi, welcome to Our Moon Divine Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and joining me. I am doing a full moon in Taurus or the eclipse reading. All right, I am a little late to the party. I'm actually filming this quite during the eclipse. So I hope the energies are true and they resonate and speak to you. But I still wanted to put this out there because I definitely did a lot of preparation around it. It's just, work's been hectic. And I want to remind you that this energy is going on for at least 6 months, right? And we're wrapping up some pretty big cycles here. So I hope that this reading can bring you some introspection, some reflection. And yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. I'm going to say, if you're ready for your reading, you can go ahead and check out the timestamps below. But what I'm doing here, all right, is actually delving a little bit. It's a very gentle dive into the astrology, of the energies that are surrounding us at this moment. So I'm doing this as an all signs reading. So I am tapping into the house that is being affected by like by the energy, by the eclipse, based on rising sign. So I would definitely check my rising sign first, check your rising sign, but you can also check your sun or moon or whatever placements are calling to you. Trust yourself above everything, but your rising sign might have the most relevant information. If you have any stelliums or anything like that, then I would definitely check that placement too. So yeah, that being said, I do want to talk a little bit more about the energy of this full moon eclipse. Okay, so this is the last eclipse in this Taurus Scorpio eclipse cycle. Okay, so this started late 2021, so we're very much closing big cycles. All of us are graduating. Some of the signs that are feeling it the most are definitely Scorpio and Taurus, as well as Libra and Aries. But this eclipse is a chance to refine anything that we need to release and work like in the areas that are being highlighted in your chart right now. Okay, and in particular the areas revolving around like Taurus and Scorpio energy. Okay, so this can be around your value, your worth, what you own, what you consume, what you've accumulated. Okay, that would be like the Taurus side of things. Okay, and balancing that with the Scorpio energies of like shared resources, what you're building with others, your debt, your rent. Okay, what you owe. Okay, and also more of like that intensity, like that, those intense feelings that may be arising, and balancing that with more of the practicality of of Taurus over here. Okay, so eclipses do illuminate anything that's been hidden that you may have missed and what needs your attention. So that's I'm hoping that this reading kind of brings those topics to the surface over here. Okay, it is very much a time to reflect on your values. Okay, ask yourself, is what I own, what I do, what I spend my time and money on aligned to what I want? Okay, and this can very much go both ways. Am I spending my time and money or energy on frivolous things that don't matter, things that are just kind of filling up empty space, or frugality and not treating yourself to what you deserve, and not treating yourself to things that you need because you might feel like you're unworthy of them. Okay, so find that balance within yourself at this time. Even a sense of lack mentality can support you in identifying what you crave. Okay, this is very much a time to get clear about, why do I want what I want? Okay, like, why am I craving this? Okay, honor your emotional complexity, honor like your material pleasures with your more mystical and esoteric pleasures, and bring them into balance, but very much emphasize and bring illumination to the why, right? Really ask yourself, why am I going after this? Okay, because some of the energies that could be showing up are being unwilling to change, and like that Taurus stubbornness, right, which can cause us to sometimes, you know, kind of, it's almost like throwing a tantrum because we're unwilling to change, right? Or continuing to do the work because we don't want to switch things up, you know, versus, you know, the persistence, the light side of that Taurus energy is like, okay, am I being persistent because I know that what's on the other side of my struggle is going to be for my higher good, right? So if you answer the why, then you're gonna answer that question as well, right? Of like, you know, maybe you're just kind of, you know, needing to persist through things in order to create more for yourself eventually, right? So yeah, you know, with full moons, because you know, they are about release, and with this eclipse very much illuminating anything that we may have missed that needs our attention. Okay, there is an energy about getting rid of what's not serving you, getting rid of things that are not increasing your value and your self-worth. Okay, very much a time to remind yourself that you are worthy of receiving. Okay, I want to point out that Jupiter is lurking around and it's waiting to give us what we want, but we need to be very clear. We need to be very willing to do the work. Okay, you might even be experiencing some mobility mid-December or in the next 6 months, but we need to be doing the work. Okay, so this is kind of like that last chance, that last call when it comes to anything and how we value ourselves, how we see our self-worth and what we feel worthy of. Okay, very much to put our plans into action and remember that we are striving for progress and not perfection. All right, so I think that's the gist of what I have. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the readings, okay, to let you know a little bit about what I'm doing. I did pick some cards over here from the Tarot of the Divine. So these were pre-chosen, and I was kind of just like picking them out intuitively as, you know, ideas were popping up when I was, you know, preparing for the reading. And then I realized, oh, right, like one of them is like the house that's dominating the energy. So for example, you know, for like, yeah, so for example, for like Gemini, right? It's like, oh, okay, like Gemini, if this is happening for you in, you know, like the third house, Gemini rising or whatever, right? It's happening in the third house of Gemini. Sorry. What am I saying? Yeah. Okay, sorry. I think that makes sense. Okay. So anyway, so like if the movement is happening in the house that it's happening, how do I say this? Sorry, I do not want to like restart this, so bear with me as I explain this. So, okay, let me back up. All right. So, for example, let's say that you're a Gemini rising. So, for you, it would actually be happening in your 12th house. Okay. So, I didn't choose the Gemini card. I didn't choose the lovers. What I chose is the card of the house that it's happening in. So, if it's happening in the 12th house, you would have like the high priestess, right? That's what I chose because that's what I associated with the 12th house, the high priestess, you know, spiritual knowledge and tapping into that realm of intuition. Okay, so that's what the first card is going to be. Okay, I hope that made sense. All right. And then over here, it was like a card that was more intuitively chosen based on the experiences, something that I thought like reflected, you know, the situation and how you're being asked to interact with others. Okay, so this is more about yourself and this is more about how you're interacting with the world. Okay, we're also using the Animal Apothecary Oracle to pull you know, just a card about any themes that might be showing up, and then I'm using the other Tarot over here to pull some cards, and I'll be pulling these during the reading. And you know, just to kind of get some additional information and messages from Mama Moon right now. Okay, so yeah, I hope that makes sense. All right. If you have any questions about the spread, let me know. I'll definitely be sure to answer them. I hope it makes sense, and above everything, I hope that there are messages here for you. Yeah, you know, like I do want to say, like, the astrology part of this is very much a gentle type. Okay, I'm just kind of like touching on the houses. So the focus will be, you know, like the tarot and the messages that surge there. And I would absolutely love to hear from you though. Like, I would love to hear what you thought about this combination of the astro and tarot world. You know, I know we kind of intertwine them a lot with the all signs reading, but I did try to get a little bit more specific, but it's not quite a deep delve. yourself, right? Like, I'm not doing like an astro chart reading or anything like that. But yeah, let me know what you think. You know, is this something like that I should do in other videos, or when other astrological placements are happening or situations are happening? Yeah, you know, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I would love to hear your comments, your subscribes, you sharing my videos, or checking out my other content. Truly helps. I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, Taurus rising, sun, or moon. Welcome to your reading. For you, this eclipse is hitting your first house of self. This is very much a time to commit to yourself, to commit to who you want to become, who you are. There could be a big shift in you happening here, okay? And it could be leading to the release of anything that's no longer aligned to you, which can come in big shifts, right? Like moving, leaving a place behind, leaving people behind, a switch in careers even, okay? Or it can come in, you know, some people might call these, you know, smaller things, but I think they're a pretty big deal, right? Because it could come in the way that you style your body, right? Or adorn your body, or the way that you dress, okay? Or the foods that you eat, the things that you consume even, okay? So all of those shifts are, you know, you're being asked to really think about who it is that you want to be and how it is that you want to show up, and then, you know, commit yourself to you, okay? Very much a time to practice your self-love, to love yourself as you are. There is a trine with Venus happening at this time, which is amplifying this energy. So any little work that you do toward your self-love is being supported by the universe right now, okay? And this is actually coming with like bearing gifts for you, because it's all about, you know, self-actualization, strengthening yourself and your ego and your authenticity. And it can come in, you know, your creativity being sparked, passion projects, hobbies, and even romantic encounters if you are looking for that, okay? So like dating, having fun, making new exciting friends, you know, like that sort of thing over here. So let's see what your oracle card is for this eclipse. And you have almost there. I love it. Okay, so yeah, all right, some of you, maybe you're like, where's my new beginning? Where am I going? I don't know. Right? But you're almost there. Okay, know that the hard work that you've been putting into things is not being forgotten. Like the universe is noticing it. Okay, there is, I'm trying to think, man, wow, I don't know if 44 is significant for you, because like I noticed it and I'm like, oh, 4 and 4 and 4 is 8, and I'm trying to think of like the significance, but my mind just blanked, like the numerology behind it. So if it has a significant meaning for you, that could be something. Okay. You have the Knight of Swords showing up over here, and the 10 of Wands. Okay, so I am going to say, what does Mama Moon want you to know right now? For some of you, there's still something that you are learning. Maybe that's why you're not quite there. You could be learning something about your self-love. You could be learning something about what it is that you want to explore, or who it is that you are becoming, right? Like you might just be learning about you, figuring out, what do I like? What foods do I like? What style do I like? What location do I like? What city do I want to live in? Do I want to live in a farm? I don't know, right? So very much about, with the Knight of Swords reversed, taking in information, okay? There could be like communication and things like that coming your way, but it's more about like the learning experience, the way that you are receiving information and processing it, okay? I would say very much a time to like journal, reflect, practice meditation. With the 10 of Wands showing up reversed over here, I very much see, once again, it's almost like you're almost there, okay? The 10 is narrows down to a 1, which is a new, inspiring, creative beginning for you. But there's still cycles that are, you're almost there, okay? A lot of red. I'm seeing, sorry, red. But, and I'll get into that right now, okay? But yes, inspiration, like creativity coming to you, but like there's something that you need to wrap up over here. And with the 10 of Wands showing up reversed, I would very much say to ask for support, okay? Maybe like find like-minded people. For some of you, it could be like okay, I don't know why I'm getting this, but like maybe even like processing information with a counselor or a therapist or a friend of groups or just like-minded community over here, okay? The Ten of Wands reverse wants to remind you that you do not have to carry the load all by yourself, okay? I do feel like you're very attractive at this time. And like I said, any little work that you do toward your self-love is being amplified, and it's actually calling energy toward you, okay? So kind of take advantage of that at this time, okay? Welcome in your new beginning over here. Keep learning about yourself, because yes, and regarding the red, okay, and I'm getting like red and orange, okay? So your foundational chakras, your base chakras over here could be calling your attention. This would be your root and your sacral chakra, okay? So that would include like your stability, grounding yourself, and your creativity, okay? So those two things can be like needing your attention, okay? Maybe finding some creative pursuits, things that inspire you, things that feel good to do, okay? Like maybe that's where you're finding like a new community or something, you know, as you maybe like joining, I don't know, whatever you're, if you, right, you want to join a book club or you want to join a painting club, I don't know, whatever your interests are, right? And it's almost like, yeah, kind of like support and community and people being there, okay? So that is what I'm seeing for you right now, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. If there were any messages for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything truly helps and lets me know if you'd like to see more readings like this. So thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to Gemini. All right. Welcome, Gemini. Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, or Gemini Moon, whatever placement brought you here. Welcome to your reading. This eclipse for you is hitting your 12th house. This is a house of, you know, spirituality, a house of mysticism. It's also a house of the unseen and the subconscious. So your subconscious could be very much calling to you right now through visions, through dreams. Okay, you could have, you know, and this is, you know, the scary dreams and the positive dreams, you know, like dreams coming into fruition and coming into reality. But if you're having, you know, scary dreams or anxious dreams, okay, it could be that you are in need to release any self-doubt, any self-sabotage. Your subconscious is begging for you to release old versions of yourself over here, okay? You're very much wrapping up cycles with the 12th house being highlighted, and you could be coming out of a sort of hibernation, feeling more connected to the universe and more connected to the collective, okay? Your spirituality can very much be calling to you right now, you know, with the High Priestess showing up here. Well, this is what I chose. Well, sorry, the card that I chose, okay? But I chose it for this reason, okay? Because you could be, maybe some of y'all are learning about a spiritual path that you want to take, or you could be, you know, just kind of getting in touch with, I'm getting even like old spiritual practices over here, okay? But remember that there's a limitless amount of information and, you know, like, I don't know, like the knowledge that you carry within and the knowledge that you could be seeking, like it's deep within you, but it's also out there, okay? I don't know, I kind of go back to this connection to the universe, okay? Give yourself space to meditate. Give yourself space to reflect, okay? What are your current spiritual practices and where can you add one into your life right now, you know? And that could come in many ways, right? Like you could be on a walk in meditation and that's a spiritual practice if that's what works for you, right? You could sit down and write and that could be a spiritual practice. You can cook and that could be a spiritual practice if that's what does your soul good, okay? And you do it with that intention. So create something that feels right for you, okay? Now, I want to say that I also chose the Eight of Cups for you over here because like this need to get in touch with your dreams, okay? So once again, and like I'm seeing like the moons right? So that spiritual aspect, that Piscean aspect, okay, of allowing yourself to dream, you know, refining your visions, okay? Like, you know, those scary thoughts, even like if you're having, right, like those scary thoughts or those scary dreams or whatever, right? What is that telling you? What is that telling you about what it is that you are striving for, okay? Whatever is no longer emotionally fulfilling you, it doesn't matter how good it could have been, right? These glasses of water, these cups of water are gorgeous and beautiful, right? But they might just not be doing it for you. So not being afraid to leave behind what is not emotionally sustaining you and charging toward a new dream, charging towards something new, something that inspires you. Your oracle card for today, Gemini, let's see what you have. You have small steps and big accomplishments, okay? Very much know that things take time to develop. Know that every little thing that you do is going to lead you toward a bigger path, okay? Oh my gosh, that is so funny, because in my notes when I was preparing for this reading, I did talk about I did make a note about you know, adding practicality to your dreams and, you know, like that support of like that Virgo energy. Sorry, anyway, the point is routines, okay? Adding discipline, okay? Little steps, okay? This is all about the little things that you're doing every day to walk toward your dreams, okay? Like, know that you don't have to make big leaps right now, okay? Any little thing that you do can support you if you are doing it with the intention of, right? Like, maybe you're like, I really want to travel, but I can't travel right now. And maybe you don't need to figure out how to buy your ticket or where you're going or your whole itinerary, right? Maybe it's about saving the first penny to apply to your passport, to apply, right? Like that kind of energy, okay? Like, know that it doesn't have to be a big leap. Like, any little thing that you start doing is what's going to create what you want. So all right. Let's see what else you have. Other messages from Mother Moon here. Okay, yeah, look, you have the Fool showing up reversed over here, okay? So you do have this potential. There's a sense of resistance, okay? Which can also come with the Eight of Cups over here, okay? And this is like the universe wanting to offer you a new chance to try something new, but with the Fool showing up reverse, it's almost like you might not feel ready, or you might not be willing to do the work, okay? Why is it that you are resisting a change or a shift over here? Sorry, I had to like adjust. Oh yeah, there's something that you need to adjust over here, okay? There's some changes that you need to make, okay? But yeah, you know, with the Nine of Wands, some of y'all could be refusing charging towards something new out of fear, okay? The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, right? They've gone through some ishy stuff over here that can sometimes cause you to keep your boundaries up high. That can cause you, right? Like, you blockade yourself and everybody else, and kind of in this, it's almost like this semblance of safety, like that, you know, nothing's ever really safe or stable, right? Like, anything can happen at any moment, right? But it's like this kind, it's almost like a fake safety that you've kind of created for yourself, that's keeping you from charging toward a bigger dream or towards something else that you want. So check in with yourself about that, okay? The Nine of Wands wants you to play balance of the boundaries, in the sense that you can actually, you know, lower your boundaries. I would say, you know, like, ask for support, okay? Don't block yourself off to any good energies, okay? For some of you, there's a sense of fear, right? Maybe because of past hurts, maybe because of things just not working out before. You're a little bit more scared to do something different, okay? And remember, like I said, that you don't have to take any big leaps, okay? It's not like you're blowing all your money on a trip, right? It's about saving those pennies for the trip. Sorry, going on that trip metaphor that we were using earlier, okay? Or you could just call it the trip life, all right? The journey of life. There you go. Let's call it that. All right, Gemini, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. If there was anything for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything truly helps. Lets me know that there were messages here for you, and lets me know if you would like to see any more videos like this. So thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to Cancer. All right, Cancer. Hello and welcome, Cancer rising, Cancer sun or moon. For you, this eclipse is hitting your 11th house of community, okay? So you could be, keep your eyes open, okay? Because you could be coming into new communities, like new like-minded souls entering your life, okay? Like an opportunity opportunity to join a new group, to join people who are, you know, like you, that you admire and that you respect is something that I'm getting, okay? You could be delving into like a new humanitarian cause and, you know, causes to kind of like help others or like volunteer, you know, like that could also be something, okay? And for you also, like, you could be releasing communities or groups of friends and circles that are no longer aligned to your values and aligned to what it is that you want out of life, okay? Another thing that I would say that you have to release, as well as, you know, people and groups of people that are not aligned to you, would be any self-doubts and not about not fitting in and any sense of like an imposter syndrome, okay? Because what I was picturing as I was like preparing for this reading is you being very in your head, and that's why I chose the Eight of Swords over here, because I feel like you're almost like wishing upon a star and kind of saying, hey, like, I want to join the cool kids at the cool kid table. Oh my god, look at all those cool kids and everything that they're doing. But there's a sense of you feeling like you could never be one of the cool kids, when the cool kids, if they met you, they'd be like, yeah, join us, let's do this, right? So it's almost like you feeling like you're not worthy or something of like, I don't know, of like being around the people that make you feel good, that would make you feel good. And that's the thing, is like, remind yourself that you are perfect as you are, and if there's space for growth, then there's always space for growth, okay? If there's something that you don't like about yourself, you can slowly, you know, work on it, okay? I don't know, like, I just feel like, dang, I don't know what we're getting. Yeah, oh, I see, because the star, and I also chose the star for this reason, right? About like, you know, new opportunities and new communities and like new support from the universe coming your way. But you do have to believe that you are worthy of this. You have to believe that you deserve it, and, you know, and see everything that you have, you know, going on for yourself, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick your oracle card here. Let's see, oracle, what's Cancer into here right now. You are more. Oh my gosh. See, I love it. Sorry. I don't know why I want to cry. But just because, you know what? Yes, because like that sense of self-doubt was really like, I was really picking up on that. Okay. It's almost like your self-worth really needs to like level up over here. Okay. Know that you are more. You can be more. You are more than you perceive yourself to be as is. And look, I'm just gonna say it because my practical ass is just like this, all right? If there is a part of you that you're just not happy with, that's already you recognizing that there's something that you want to work on, and that's the first step towards starting to change it, right? So, you know, I'm just gonna go there. But that's the thing, you know, I do want to remind you that like you are perfect as you are, and then you can continue to go on this journey here, okay? Where's my tarot? All right. Let's see what other messages we have going on from Mother Moon here, okay? Yeah, and you know what? And I chose the Eight of Swords over here because this is very much about you being able to liberate yourself from these thoughts. You actually have this power. You can actually do things to shift your mentality, okay? I see it, okay? For a lot of you, what Mother Moon wants you to know right now is that this sense of imbalance, okay, this sense of maybe not feeling worthy. For some of you, I'm having difficulty balancing your emotional realm and your material realm, right? So there could be something that you really want emotionally that you want to charge toward, but there's material ties. So like, how can I say this? Like maybe you really want to move to a new state, but you're like, oh, my lease is still going on for a year, right? Or you really want to, like, you know, kind of going back to this community thing, right? Like you really want to hang out with like, I don't know, like a certain club, or I don't know why I said club, but whatever, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I keep getting book clubs. Are there a lot of readers watching right now? But okay, let's go with that example. Okay, maybe you really want to join that book club, but you're like, oh, like, but I work and I won't be able to join the book club, right? So like that, there seems to be like a sense of imbalance in that sense, okay? Or like it could even be like your physical health needing a little bit of your attention, how you're treating your body. I'm gonna throw that out there, okay? Like kind of like a side message for some of you. But yes, okay, like a big thing around what's causing your imbalance, and I'm getting like you not following your wishes or things that would, would fulfill you is because of societal expectations. Like you could have a lot of responsibilities, people that you might be taking care of. It could be also values. Okay, so there's a need for you to reflect on that, because I do feel like you do still have the power to liberate yourself from these binds, the things that are binding you, because that's what the Five of Swords does, right? Like it kind of stands their ground and it says like, no, I'm not just gonna do what you want me to do, right? Like, or no, I know like there's certain things that we really can't detach ourselves from, but kind of seeing everything here is like the universe is supporting you. Okay, know that you are more, that you are worthy of asking for more is something else that I'm getting. Okay, like whoever seems to have this power over you, know that you can actually release yourself from. Some of you, it could be a parent figure that maybe wants you to do things a certain way, that you're kind of whoa, that was a really random ask. Sorry. Oh my god, I feel like I've cursed. I'm so sorry, Cancer. I don't know why you're getting the cursing version of me. Wow. Okay, some of y'all have difficulty standing up to this person or these people, and honestly it might not even be a person, it could be like an idea. Like sometimes with the Five of Swords, it's society telling you, well, you are 30 years old, so you should have this, or you're whatever, and why haven't you worked on that? And it's like you stepping out and saying, you know what I'm actually wishing up on, what I actually want to create for myself is a little bit different, and know that you are worthy of receiving that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there, Cancer. But if there were any messages for you here, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, sharing my videos, checking out my other content. Everything truly helps and lets me know if there were messages for you here, and if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thank you. I'm going to take a little bit of a tea break. All right. Hello, Leo. All right. Hello, Leo, Leo rising, Leo sun, or Leo moon. Welcome to your reading for you. This eclipse is hitting your 10th house. This is your career. This is your status. This is you in the public eye. Okay, some of y'all could be getting promotions, opportunities, getting into a new career, doing something different where you are going to be seen. Okay, you could be coming into an opportunity to be a leader or have some sort of position of power. Okay, but your status is very much shifting. Okay, you're coming into the public eye somehow, so your actions are very much being seen. Now, something that you are being asked to reflect on right now are your values, because these opportunities could come at a cost. They could cause some pressure and some stressors on your home life as well. Okay, that would be like the oppositional energy. Okay, so do be mindful. And I chose the Seven of Cups over here, okay, because you have choices. Okay, so do be mindful of what those choices are. Like, I don't know, like maybe let's say that you do get a promotion, but it's very much getting in the way of your home life, right? And you're like, oh, it's not, I'm getting like, it's not black and white. There's a world of gray over here that, it might not necessarily be take this position or don't accept it. Like you might actually be able to negotiate. You might actually be able to ask and say, well, are there any other ways that I can do this job in this way? Or can I do a part of this or whatever, right? The answer might always be no, but it doesn't hurt to ask. So yeah, oh my gosh, it's so funny. I'm like adjusting myself, but I'm like getting, yes, adjustments can be made. Okay, so just ask. It doesn't hurt to ask and see what your options are. Okay, I chose the Devil. I think it's particularly right now, it's a positive energy. Okay, this Devil is saying that the hard work that you put into something is going to pay off, and it is paying off actually. And a couple of things, kind of like I said, it could come with some constraints, some things that make you feel a little bit bound. But once again, there are choices, there are options. It's going to be up to you to figure out what the alternatives and the adjustments can be. So let's go ahead and get your Oracle card, yep, perception. Okay, so for some of you, what's the actual saying, like getting your head out of the hole? Is that literally what it is, that idiomatic expression, like get your head out the hole? Is that what it is? I don't know. Right, but that's the thing, right? It's almost like a tunnel vision of only seeing things in one way, and it doesn't have to be. I go back to this, I feel like this is just really repeating the idea that there are more ways to go around you kind of navigating this potential, this opportunity that you are seeing at this moment. Okay, so get your head out of the hole, explore, look at what's out there, look at, I don't know, like what other people are doing, ask what other people are doing, ask what the other opportunities are, okay, what the alternatives are. You have, yep, the Four of Cups, and you have the King of Pentacles. Goodness golly, just a whole lot of you being in charge energy. Okay, what does Mother Moon want you to know right now? For those of you that have been feeling a lack of emotional fulfillment, dissatisfied, or disappointed with something, know that you will be coming out of this. Okay, I like seeing the Four of Cups reverse because it's telling me that you are rising out of an energy of dissatisfaction. This is you taking those lessons and actually noticing, right? Saying, okay, this is what didn't feel so good. This is what wasn't great. And this is how I can use this. So that's what this is telling me. Okay. For some of you, it's like about not dismissing, right? So for example, I'm going to go back to this, like you get a new promotion opportunity and you're like, something doesn't feel quite right. This isn't quite what I wanted, right? The realization that something isn't quite right, kind of talking about it, putting it out there, all right, can actually come towards some solutions. Okay. But as far as how you're relating to the external world over here, you're showing up as the King of Pentacles. Okay, I would also say keep an eye out for some maybe like Virgo energy. It could be a Capricorn. But like, I don't know, like, yeah, I do feel like you're also gonna get, I'm getting co-creation for some of you. Like, I don't know, it could be like a business partner, like, I don't know, something where you're co-creating major abundance. Okay, but I'm also seeing this like you being the King of Pentacles, you being able to take care of business, be in charge, be the leader. Like, I love the King of Pentacles. Okay, this is my bias, but this is how you're showing up, just like magnificent, somebody who handles their scandal and takes care of others as well. Okay, so I do feel like you will be finding that balance between your 10th and 4th house that we were talking about at the beginning. Okay, like your career and your home, it will come through. You just have to look at the options. So that is what I have for you right now, Leo. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, but if there were any messages for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribe, sharing my videos, checking out my other content, everything truly helps. Lets me know that there were messages here for you, and if you would like to see more videos like this. So thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to Virgo. All right. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon. Welcome to your reading for you. This eclipse is hitting your 9th house. Okay, so this is a house of exploration and expansion. You are very much, what's being highlighted for you right now is expanding your horizons, expanding your worldview, expanding your understanding. Okay, this is all about learning new things, being willing to adventure, being willing to try things in a different way. Okay, it's about releasing fear, releasing tunnel vision, releasing narrow-mindedness. Okay, know that there is more than one way to experience the world, and you are being called to do that. Okay, so let's see what else you have for your oracle card. Okay, now I did choose the Temperance card over here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start there because I feel like okay, I'm getting a couple of messages here, but I chose the Temperance card initially because it is about moderation, right? So with this exploration card, sometimes we can go one way too much in one direction, right? So this could be like, really having tunnel vision about something and only seeing things in one way, to being way too open-minded, to kind of making chaos and maybe, right, like going on too many adventures. Is that possible? I don't know. But But right, so like this reminder that this is about moderation. Okay, this is about being willing to open up your mind as well. Okay, you could be opening up to spirituality, you could be opening up to spiritual practices. That was the second message that I was getting over here. Okay, like some of y'all could be learning about new like philosophy, spiritual philosophies, or new ways of processing information, like I don't know, new ways of seeing the world. Okay, I do feel like travel is just big for you at this time, you know, like if you can create space for travel or plan for travel, like that could be something. Okay, with the Three of Wands, it's about exploring, and if you're not able to physically move, it's simply like it could be book learning, right? And I would say, you know, it could even be like documentary learning, right? Like watching a documentary about a new topic, something that's different to you, something that you've never watched before, and you might hate it, but you might learn something new. Okay, you are what you think. I love how this is your oracle card. Okay, because it's this reminder. It's like you are what you think, but the what you are thinking, it's expanding. You like your the way that you think about the world over here is changing, because as you experience the outside world, it's just going to give you a whole spectrum of experience, a whole understanding about how things could be different. I do feel like you're having a major mental glow up, right? And just feeling and seeing more connections to the world here. So let's see what else Mother Moon wants you to know right now. Messages from Mother Moon. All right, you have the Six of Pentacles showing up reversed. Do you have the High Priestess? Yes. Okay, for those of you that I was saying about spirituality, very much getting in touch with a spiritual practice could be of service to you right now, like could help you with the way that you're processing information as well, or seeing the world. Okay, so I don't know, like maybe explore a variety, or if there's something that's been calling to you, that could be important. Okay, sorry, I like this is really random. I have like a whole bunch of books in front of me right now, but I am seeing the Bhagavad Gita right now. So did I say Vita? Why did I say Vita? Gita. Sorry. Anyway, sorry. I'm like, I said Vita. I don't know. Sorry. I'm like, whoa. Sorry. Okay, I don't know. If there's a Vita here, is there a Vita here? Please tell me, talk to me. Sorry, but I'm seeing the Bhagavad Gita here, and it's just like really calling to me, and I don't know, I can't even like explain. Okay, so anyway, maybe that's a book you want to read. I don't know, you don't have to, right? Like I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Maybe somewhere you are reading it. If okay, I swear, if there is anybody reading that or anything, please leave me a comment, because it was like way too weird of like a transition. Like I have so many books in front of me. Okay, so I don't know how like that hyper focus even, you know, kind of came to. So, and then yeah, so anyway, all right, let's move on. Okay, connection to spirituality. Okay, Virgo. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, okay, showing up over here. Okay, so I would say that you're very much in receiving mode. Okay, so for those of, okay, I see it. Okay, so for those of you, something that could be shifting right now is, you know, with Virgo energy, I don't want to generalize, okay, but it is a very healing energy, and it is a taking care of business, and sometimes taking too much care of others sort of energy. So right now, what you are being asked to do for yourself is to focus on your needs, to be in an energy of receptivity. Okay, yeah, you know, like the Six of Pentacles, sorry, I'm thinking of like, it's like that balance between giving and receiving. Okay, but like just like the little wheat, the little wheat leaves, okay, is really making me think of like Demeter, like Virgo, right? Like that's an energy of like agriculture, taking care of business. And technically this is Taurus card, not a Virgo card, right? But it's really giving me that like you've been disciplined, you've been healing, you've been nurturing and cultivating something and taking care of others. But now it's your time to be the one who receives. Now is your time to pay attention to you, okay? Like this isn't saying that, you know, you're going to be hurting others or dismissing others, okay? But do not dismiss your own needs for the sake of others, okay? Know that if you want to continue to be a healing and strong energy, you can actually do that better when you yourself are taken care of as well. So that is what I have for you right now. If there was any messages for you in this reading, Virgo, please let me know, okay? I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes. Yeah, sorry, I keep getting so distracted. Anyway, Virgo, yeah, likes, comments, subscribes, everything helps, all right? Virgo, focus, 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 okay? Expand your mindset, thank you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Libra, but first I need a sip of water. Where is Libra? Oh, Libra. All right, look. Why do you have the Tower? Interesting. Okay, so look, I see. I remember now. Okay, so I was choosing these cards. So these cards I chose: Libra, welcome, Libra rising, Libra, sun or moon here. So you actually get 3 cards here that I pre-chose, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so first I want to start off by saying that for you, this eclipse is happening in your 8th house, okay? Now, this is a house of mystery. This is a house very much of what is unseen. It's a house of, like, not like the subconscious of the 12th house, but more of things that are very hidden, shared resources as well, okay? A house of, like, intimacy. There you go. Like, things that are very intimate to you and that you share with others, okay? Now, at this time, you know, something that is very much calling to your attention is the need to release any need to control others, okay? Being open and vulnerable, okay? Your fears, your anxieties might be highlighted at this time. Fears around security, feeling safe, fears around your shared resources, fears around being intimate with others, okay? Like, this could be it's being call to your attention at this moment, okay? And you know, as I was getting this, you know, I'm just gonna tell you, Libra, like, so first of all, you're actually one of the signs that is more affected by this eclipse right now, okay? Because it's happening in the 8th house of Scorpio, right? Which is like part of the sun moon dynamic right here right now. So you're gonna be feeling this very much, okay? And I just, you know, kind of want to give you a shout out because I feel like you're a very inspiring being. I do feel like you're a very inspiring person, but you might be very kept at this moment, very, like, your boundaries seem to be up high, okay? It's like you're closing yourself off to the world, and there's this need to play balance of the boundaries, okay? I chose the 9 of Wands because you were actually the reading that inspired me. Like, when I was preparing for this reading, I was like just feeling the 9 of Wands, and I feel like you are a very inspirational person, and you inspire creativity in others, and that makes sense. You're a Libra, right? But what was I gonna say? Yeah, but I feel like you're closing yourself off, you know? With the 9 of Wands, it's all about, you know, you could be acting from past hurt, but this is all about, you know, being willing to lower your boundaries a little bit, being willing to be vulnerable, okay? I chose, you know, the Death card and the Tower card are both associated with Scorpio, and that could very much bring a big discomfort, okay? So I initially had chosen the Death card because, you know, it's what represents the Scorpio house in which your placement is happening, right? Like, there seems to be a shift. There's this need for you to be willing to peek behind the curtain, right? Some of y'all are afraid to delve into your unconscious. Some of y'all, for y'all, this can look like, you might know that you have a fear of intimacy, or you might know that you haven't been able to create an intimate connection, for example, but you might be unwilling to ask yourself why. You might be unwilling to ask yourself, you know, what is hiding behind your own curtain? What is hiding in your subconscious, right? Like, not other people's curtains, right? But you, what is it that you are transforming? What is it that you are being asked to leave behind, and that's binding you? And when I was, you know, like, furthermore preparing, okay, the Tower card showed up right next to the Death card, and I was like, wow, this is for the Libra reading, because you are very much going through an internal transformation, and you're being asked to release anything that is not serving the way that you are relating to. Okay, there are things that are binding you. There are, past, I'm getting like things that were imposed on you. Like, this is the way that this needs to be done. This is the way that it's always been. And this is about you saying, nah, it's okay if I go somewhere new. It's okay if I do something different. It's okay if I, march to the beat of my own drum, okay? And know that this internal transformation is coming, but like, it's not coming easy, like it's always hard to say, like, yeah, I want to wish you, rainbows and puppies and whatever. And, but it just feels like, you are kind of going through a little bit of a harder time right now, because you're almost you're going through your winter. You could even be feeling like you're going through a dark night of the soul. But I do feel like, with the Nine of Wands, it's like you're almost there. As you do that deep work, as you are able to think about the Tower, is that is scary. And, like, after this destruction, after leaving things behind that are not serving us, there is rebirth. There is the ability for you to create the Tower that you want, the Tower of your dreams, made out of whatever it is that you want to build it out of, right? It is being born again. It is being willing to wrap up old cycles and start fresh. So there is light on the other side, like do know, right? But I do kind of want to honor that you might be feeling like you're, going through a dark night of the soul sort of situation here. So I'm going to go ahead and get into your tarot. Yeah, inner truth, wisdom, a lot of, yeah, okay. Look, a lot of you're very wise. You're very smart. I feel like you are very logical, but with inner truth, the thing that I saw, right away was, kind of going back to this unwillingness to peek within. Like, there is an inner truth that you seem to be avoiding. It's almost like the boundaries you're placing are also like, they're so high that you are boundarying yourself, like your heart, I see her like, kind of holding onto her heart, over here. It's like, I don't know, but it's like that's what's calling to your attention right now. Paying attention to these things, like whatever it is that you are afraid to learn about yourself. Like, if you're afraid of it, it's probably going to teach you something big, and it's probably going to shake things up. But guess what? It's what's ultimately going to lead you to creating the life that you want for yourself. So get real with yourself about that. What is that inner truth that you've been hiding from yourself? So let's see, you have, yep, the Seven of Pentacles. That does not surprise me. And Strength, that surprises me even less. Okay, so look, are you fierce? Are you brave? Are you bold? Absolutely. Okay, but do not use that as a facade. Okay, remember that fierceness, that boldness, that strength, that true strength comes in knowing when to step up and when to be vulnerable, right? Like, when to back down, when to be willing to say, right? Like, it's not about I'm getting, like that message of, like, true strength is not about doing everything without fear. It's about overcoming our fears and working with our fears in order to create something new, right? Or like to experience things in a new way, right? Like, because if you're not scared, right? Like, where's the strength in that? You're just not scared, right? Like, that's not really what makes you strong or brave or valiant. It's actually facing your fears. And that's what y'all need to do over here. Be willing to be vulnerable. Be gentle with yourself very much, okay? The Seven of Pentacles is saying there's something on the other side. But right now, you do seem to be in this, frustrated stage, okay? The Seven of Pentacles is a reminder that there's still hard work to do, okay? It can be very frustrated. It's like, but I've done no. Here's the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles was like, I did the work. I tilled the soil. I watered the plants. It's been like 2 days. Why haven't my leaves grown or whatever, right? And that's the thing, right? It's been 2 days. There's still time, you know, like that needs to pass by. There's still work that needs to be done. You need to continue nurturing yourself, nurturing your hurt, nurturing what it is that you're trying to shift. Okay. So yeah, you know, I'm going to say, side note, pay attention to your material realm. Okay. What are you doing in your physical realm to actually tackle these big ideas? Okay. In the pentacles, right? Like this could be like literally like, what are you doing for your body? What are you doing for your career? What are you doing for your life, your living situation? Okay. Take care of your material space over here, and add routines that are helping you toward your spiritual growth. Okay. So this might be like, I don't know, like maybe when you get mad or when you get sad, okay, like actually taking a moment to sit down and reflect, right? Like not just going through the motions, right? But maybe actually putting into writing or put it into words, right? Or having some sort of routine around how you are healing. So that is what I have for you right now, Libra. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. If there were any messages for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything truly helps. Lets me know if there were messages here for you and if you would like to see more readings like this. So thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio. All right. Hello, Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, or Scorpio moon. Welcome to your reading for you. This eclipse is hitting your 7th house of partnerships. Okay, this could very much be romantic relationships. It could be business partnerships. It's simply about one-on-one interactions and one-on-one dynamics. Okay, so but I am gonna say, you know, for a lot of you, it's very about romance and partnerships and your role in that. Okay, for some of you, you could be coming into some unpredictable connections or unpredictable releases, you know, kind of releasing of people. You might be releasing like, you know, communities or relationships dynamics that are just not serving you, that are depleting you, that are taking your energy, and it could be kind of coming out of nowhere. For others of you, you could also be releasing ideas, you know, like the idea that, oh, I wanted, you know, X, Y, and Z, and I will never be able to have that. And you know what? I'm okay with that, right? Like there seems to be this shift in what it is that you are wanting in partnerships. And you know, like I said, that could also just be, you know, like the kinds of friendships. It doesn't have to be romantic, right? It could be like what I want in a friendship, what I want in a business partner, what I want in whatever. Your social life could very much be changing. Okay, I would say, you know, be very mindful of your communication at this time, just because of the energies that are around here and how it is that you are communicating your needs. Do be mindful of the role that you are playing in these dynamics as well. But yeah, you know, you are one of the signs that's being hit hard, you know, by this eclipse. Okay, but I say that in a good way. Okay, definitely a lot of positive vibes coming up for you. Okay, like you could be, it's almost like as you, I don't know, like maybe you are releasing a friend that you just don't vibe with anymore, but then you find like 3 more friends that you're like, hey, these people are so much fun and I love being around them, blah 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 blah, right? So you know, like that could be happening right now. So yeah, definitely changes in social life. Welcome it in, but do get very clear about what is it that depletes your energy, right? Like, I don't like friends who always do this, or I don't like romantic partners who always do that, or whatever it is. Okay. You know, I chose the 3 of Cups, first of all, because I would say socialize. Okay. It's your season. Have some fun, find new communities, find new people, find new circles. Like I said, I feel like you're going to be like finding people that you just vibe with over here. Okay, create that space to get out and go out there and socialize. Okay, things will be coming into balance, which is why I chose the Justice card, also because this is all happening in your 7th house of Libra and relationships. Okay, but this is really about finding that balance in your relationships, finding justice for anything that has happened before. You know, as you know, this eclipse is, you know, highlighting anything that you might have learned, particularly since 2021. But for you specifically, it could be like the last 9 years as well. Okay, anything that you've learned around relationships since this time, since the eclipses started in, I believe it was November 2021, like around there. So like anything that has happened since then, okay, sit with that. Okay, like ask yourself, like, what did I learn from this? What has this taught me about what I want, you know, in my connections? So all right. I'm gonna stop ranting and I'm gonna go ahead and get into your oracle first. Let's see. Let's find an oracle card for Scorpio. What is Scorpio? Is that two? I feel like no, it's just one. All right, Scorpio, you have opportunity. Yay, good for you. I love this. Okay. Busy bee, bee. Okay. Red. I heard red hogs, but I don't think this is a red hog. Is this a red hog? What is this? What are they called? Oh my gosh, gosh. Oh my goodness. I was gonna say goodness and then golly and then okay. Anyway, that's not the point. Okay, all I'm hearing is red hawk. Okay, but but I can't think of. Okay, anyway. If you know the name of this bird, will you let me know in the comment? I'll Google it maybe, but I mean, it'd be kind of cool. You let me know. Anyway, Scorpio. Yeah, opportunities, okay? Knocking at your door. I do feel like people showing up for you. Busy as a bee with you, like socializing, okay? Like doing you. Don't miss out on any opportunities is what I would say. Yeah, you do have, you know, you have the Five of Pentacles showing up for you here. And the Seven of Wands, you know, I'm going to say two very, I'm going to say slightly difficult energies, okay? Fives and sevens can always be very challenging in the tarot over here. But that's the thing. I feel like, I don't know, like you're seeing your strengths, okay? Like, or you're being asked. Your message from Mother Moon right now is asking you to like see your strengths, because I like to call the Five of Pentacles the down and out card, but it's more than the down and out card, okay? It's not just about like, you might feel like you're down on your luck, you might feel like things are not going your way, your material realm could be in need of some attention, okay? But the thing is that the Five of Pentacles is also talking about paying attention to your resources, okay? Your resources could be people, you know, like I said, for some of you is like friends or social circles or new friends or new social circles. For others of you, it could be like, you know, like literally like, okay, I'm getting like budget check, okay? Like, I don't know, maybe you have a subscription to something that you forgot about and it's stealing $17 from your bank account every month, but you haven't sat down and done the work, right? Like, look at your resources, right? Like, oh, maybe there's like a grocery store over here that actually has food at more affordable, but I hadn't paid attention and I kept buying food at the other store, right? So like whatever, right? Like it really is about, I'm getting like, pay attention to the little details like that. Okay, that almost feels like a very mundane sort of side note, but that's just the message that I'm getting here, okay? As far as like bigger resources as well, like I do feel like there's opportunities over here that you could be missing out on because you're not looking up and you're not paying attention, okay? So do be very aware, okay? Kind of keep an eye out. I would say keep an eye out for synchronicities, okay? Like any connections. I'm getting just like, I don't know, like I do feel like you could be coming into like a sort of connection that could be very supportive to you and kind of help you bring you this balance. But you know, with the Seven of Wands over here, because your advice with the Seven of Wands is to kind of lower your wand over here, all right? So what I'm seeing is that some of y'all might be pushing away the right support or the right people. You're kind of like closing the door on them even, okay? Now, I'm not saying like, you know, if you get a bad feeling and you already know like, oh, this is just like not a helpful person or whatever, right? Then obviously, right, like protect yourself, defend yourself, okay? But for some of you, you could be missing out on something because you're kind of fending people off, okay? That's the thing about the Seven of Wands, all right? That it's ready to go, it's ready to attack, it's ready to take on new challenges, and that's you. Great, ready to, you know, fend for yourself and, you know, protect yourself and do you. But with this showing up reversed, what I'm seeing is kind of, hey, like you don't always have to be on, okay? Know that if there ever comes a time that you need to push away somebody, or, you know, like, I don't know, like somebody might be trying to hurt you or something, you will be able to recognize it. Okay, that could be one of the ways that you have leveled up this cycle, this past cycle, like kind of developing your intuition around, oh, like I can recognize that that person is not good for me, or I can recognize that this person's trying to mooch off me or whatever, right? Like you'll be able to recognize it now. So there's no need to push away people, because it's like your instincts are going to kick in. You'll be ready to go. So be willing to lower your wand and let new people in. Okay. Like that's what I'm saying. Okay. So, I mean, take it or leave it, but that's what I have for you today, Scorpio. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. If there were any messages for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything truly helps. Lets me know if there were messages here for you, and if you would like to see more readings like this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Virgo. No, Sagittarius. Why did I say Virgo? I don't know why I said Virgo. Sagittarius. All right. Hello, Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising. Welcome to this reading for you. This eclipse is happening in your 6th house. Oh, okay. Sorry. So I don't know where you checked in, but right before I started I said Virgo, and I was like, why did I say Virgo? This is the Sagittarius reading, but for you this is happening in the 6th house of Virgo, so that's probably why I shouted out Virgo. Anyway, so yeah, for you this is happening in the 6th house. Okay, this is all about your everyday, like your work and health goals. Okay, like what you're doing every day toward your, like in your work, in your health. Your goals could very much be highlighted and be being, goodness God. Okay, whew, why am I messy? All right, let me take a deep breath. All right, let's try again. Sagittarius, welcome. Okay, for you, this eclipse is happening in your 6th house. Okay, this is all about your work and health goals. Okay, does that make more sense? Okay, cool. This is about things that you are doing and in your everyday. This is very much a time to pay attention to your routines. Okay, be diligent, develop a routine if you do not have one, right? Regarding your big ideas. Now, the reason that I chose the Hierophant over here is because, you know, I did think about how the Hierophant has this energy of cultivation, right? But it's not just about what you're doing in the material realm. It's actually also very connected to the spiritual realm, to your bigger dreams, right? So it's not just the hermit energy of going within and figuring out what it is that you need to heal through. It's about also giving yourself the chance and the opportunity to connect to your bigger dreams, to connect to your bigger ideas, and then bringing those into your material realm. You are not limiting yourself here, okay? But nonetheless, you are still focusing on what you're actually doing every day to achieve those bigger dreams and those bigger goals. Asking yourself, is what I do every day working toward my higher good? That is your question. Okay, do release the need for perfection. Okay, that could be something that could be lingering right now with whatever it is that you're trying to work for or create. Okay, because this is, you know, a house of, you know, work and, you know, health. You know, like let's say that okay, like let's say that your goal, your health goal is to eat more vegetables, right? This isn't like, oh, I didn't eat any vegetables today, so you know what, I'm giving up on the idea as a whole. It's like, no, 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 right? If you maybe didn't eat any vegetables today, remember, okay, you can eat vegetables tomorrow, right? Or you can eat one vegetable is better than eating 0 vegetables, right? You don't have to eat 5 vegetables or whatever, right? I mean, like, you know what I mean, right? It's not about like scrapping the idea if it doesn't go right the first time. It's about making progress. Okay, it's not about perfection. All right, so let's see what else you have showing up here. Okay, you have, I'm gonna start with the oracle. Okay, you have get out of your head. Okay, yeah, for some of you, yeah, and that makes, yeah, that makes sense, especially if you've been, this is happening in that Virgo house, which is very mercurial, I can't even say it, mercurial. Okay. So your mind might be very active, right? Like it could even be like self-limiting beliefs, you know, like that's kind of the shadowy side of that energy, that it could turn into overthinking, over analyzing, over, you know, being in your head and not enough action. Okay. So I don't know, what I'm seeing here more than anything is, you know, like these ideas, you're not just getting out of your head in the sense that you're ignoring these ideas. It's about putting these ideas into a plan of action here. Okay. So let's see what else you have showing up for you. What messages do you have from Mother Moon over here? You have, okay. Yeah. All right. So for some of you, I'm going to say like you could feel like you're a little bit in a down and out energy with this Wheel of Fortune. I want to pull out a clarifying card over here. Actually, I don't think I even need to, but well, let's see. With the Wheel of Fortune over here, okay, particularly with the Hermit, you could just be healing through some troubled times, okay? Like you could be feeling like things aren't going your way, or like things are just topsy-turvy at this moment. And that's where that Hermit energy kicks in, okay? Because it's very much about healing, giving yourself time, giving yourself space, okay? Asking for what it is that you need in regards to like to taking care of yourself and your needs. I want to remind you with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, it's not permanent. Okay. That's the thing about the wheel, right? It goes up and it goes down. Okay. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. All right. So whatever it is that's plaguing you, you know, honor yourself, honor your space, give yourself that time to sit with yourself. Okay. I'm also seeing like do things in your physical realm. You know, that's the thing about, you know, this Hermit energy. It's like it's doing things physically, right? Like getting out into nature. It could be creating some sort of routine with that Virgo energy. Okay, like something that you're doing every day to work toward your healing. What does that look like for you? That could be very different for everybody. Okay, but kind of sit with yourself in that thought. Okay, let me see if I mean, I already got the deck, so I hate putting a deck back when I already, yeah. Yeah, there could just be some tension. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting more. Let's see. Just tension, competition, disharmony. Okay, like that's what could be bringing you some feelings that things are not going well. Okay, with the Eight of Cups though, do know that you have the power to leave this emotional disillusionment behind. Okay, the Eight of Cups, it is about, you know, charging forward. You know, I see her, she's submerged in the water over here. Okay, so I very much see like allowing yourself to sit with your feelings as well. Do not dismiss your feelings. They're actually, you know, telling you something about yourself. Okay, the green, I don't know, the green in her hair is really calling to me, and I see just like green, green, green. And I mean, I know there's like red and blue here too. I see, but like there's dominant greens, and your heart chakra. Okay, your heart chakra could be in need of some attention. Okay, so this would be just checking in with yourself about your feelings. How are you nurturing yourself? Is your heart too closed off? Is your heart too open? Are you giving too much of yourself? Are you closing yourself off to support? Okay, pay attention to what your feelings are telling you. Okay, they're telling you something about things that are not working out for you and what it is that you can actually do for yourself over here. Okay, you know, with the red and blue that is also standing out, I'll just point it out. You know, that would be aligned to your root chakra. So for some of you, your sense of stability, your foundation, your roots can need some of your attention, and very much communicating your needs when it comes to what it is that you need for healing, particularly if you are able to get support, or maybe you feel like you can't get support, but even voicing that. Okay, don't, you know, shut off yourself completely. Okay, with the blue, I'm very much getting communicate about your healing. Okay, or healing could come through communication. Okay, so like talking things out. There you go. That's the flip side of that. Okay, like talking things out can help you process situations. Okay, talk to a friend, talk to a counselor, talk to a like whomever, right? A spiritual leader, whatever it is that you have access to. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. All right, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here. If there were any messages for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything lets me know if you liked this reading, if there was anything in here for you. You can always check out my other content. You can always share my video with anybody that you think might be interested. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn. All right, so Capricorn, you also got 2 cards. So all right. Hello, Capricorn, Capricorn rising, sun, or moon. Welcome to this reading for you. This eclipse is hitting your 5th house, okay? This is a house of creativity, of self-expression, okay, of your passions, okay? This is, you know, very much a time to get in touch with the things that inspire you, okay? Open your heart, be willing to create joy, okay? This is, you know, like going dancing, going out and having some fun, going out on a couple of dates over here, okay? You could be following or starting, I'm getting like more continuing, like a passion project, okay, because this can include hobbies being taken to the next level and opportunities coming through the creation of connections and through the creation of fun. It's almost like as you get out and have fun and kind of socialize, new opportunities coming your way, okay? Now, this is very much a time to release any self-doubt, you know, release any expectations that were placed on you that are not true to you, okay? You know, dedicate yourself to your joy and to the real you, regardless of what has been imposed on you. So when I was choosing the cards for this, okay, the first card that I thought of was the 5 of Swords over here, okay? Because it's very much about, you know, like you being in your head, an authority figure over here, having control over your situation, and you believing it. It's like you believing what people are saying about you, or you believing what was told to you was the way to do things, and all of a sudden you're like, right, like it's not aligned, it's not making you feel good, it's not working for you anymore. And that's where the sun comes in, okay? Now, the strength card came later, and I'll talk about that right now. So the sun can be associated with Leo, which is the 5th house here. You know, and I was really thinking, right, like how it's a time to create joy, for you to like shine in your light, bask in the sun, like to show yourself in your true glory as you are, and create that time to have fun, okay? For some of you, like getting in touch with your inner child, getting in touch with the things that you've left behind that you used to enjoy doing over here, okay? Like bringing that back into your life. And when I was preparing for this and I was pulling the cards, the strength card showed up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I almost feel like this just completely encompasses everything. And then I realized, oh wow, the strength card is also a card of Leo, right? And I very much feel like it encompasses both of this. I still chose the 3 of them. I feel like they all speak to different things, okay? But I feel like this adds another layer to your message. First of all, you're still shushing people's voices, okay? This is very much about not believing everything that people have told you, not believing any lies that people have told you about who you are, about how it is that you can express yourself, about who it is that you should show up as, right? It's like, no, you are being you. And also finding strength, finding your strength to stand up for yourself, finding your strength to show yourself authentically, okay? This includes the good parts of you, this includes the not so great parts of you as well, okay? But having that inner strength, which includes being vulnerable sometimes, okay? So those were the messages here that I got for you as we were preparing for this reading. Let me go ahead and see what other messages we have for you. We're going to start with an oracle card, and you have magnetism through gratitude showing up for you. Oh, this is beautiful. So, you know, and this is very much a time to get in touch with this energy of magnetism through gratitude, because that Taurian energy does want us to simplify, right? And that Scorpionic energy wants us to release, right? Like the things that aren't very real to us. And I want to remind you, right? Like that you kind of simplifying and saying, well, you know, I don't really need this, but I do need that, right? And I am grateful for what I have, and I'm grateful for what I want to create. Like that doesn't mean that you're not welcoming in more abundance, or that you're not going to have any more level ups, right? This is actually you creating the spaces. Like as you show gratitude for what it is that you have and what it is that you've created so far, as you hone in on what it is that you actually need to find yourself, to find your strengths, that's when you're going to be more attractive of, you know, of joy. I see how like this is, you know, the magnet is calling in like the 3 cups over here. Okay, so this could be like friends, this could be love, this could be you know, like just good times finally showing up for you over here. And it starts with you kind of seeing everything that you built for yourself, dismissing any naysayers, dismissing anybody who has anything bad to say about you. You know, like their opinions really don't matter over here. Okay, like it's all about you. So let's see what else Mother Moon wants you to hear right now. 10 of Cups reversed, and the Page of Swords reversed as well. Okay, and so, all right, you know, I am gonna say, yeah, I see. You know, for some of you with this 10 of Cups, okay, you could be closing cycles, emotional cycles, right? But I'm getting that you're closing cycles of emotional disillusionment, okay? Something that maybe didn't pan out, something that didn't work out. You know, the 10 of Cups is, you know, it could be seen as the happily ever after card over here, okay? And, you know, and I'm just gonna throw this out there, okay? Because you know, these cycles that we are wrapping up right now started in late 2021, which was when Venus in Capricorn was happening. And that also came with a lot of, you know, hard times, particularly for Capricorn placement, and around relationships, around love, around the happily ever after. Okay. So, you know, this is very much you leaving that chapter behind though. Okay, that's what Mother Moon wants you to do, is like whatever didn't pan out, know that it's actually going to welcome in a new beginning. Something that didn't feel right, that wasn't right for you, it's just it wasn't it yet. Okay, the 10 of Cups narrows down, 10 is narrowed down into a 1, right, which is a new opportunity. So as you truly let this go, as you truly let go of this thing that just wasn't intended for you, you will be able to, you know, welcome in new beginnings, to be able to attract more things. You know, you know what, I'm just gonna say this, like I'm just gonna say it, okay? For some of you, it's really about, you know, being, you know, this is gonna sound so like I'm finding myself resisting saying this, so I can't even imagine how it's gonna hit you, but you know, hear me out. For some of y'all, there's this need to be grateful for the lessons that you learned through whatever chaotic relationship you ended, or whatever chaotic dynamics, whatever things that didn't work out, whatever dreams you had to give up on. Be grateful that they ended, because they're actually bringing you in new opportunities. And they actually taught you more about what you want. They taught you more about what you need. They taught you more about what you are looking for. That's what's going to help you close the cycle. Being willing to say, you know what, I am grateful that this chaotic mess, this dream that didn't work out, taught me that I blank. All right, you fill in the blanks. All right, and if that felt iffy, then you must really need to do it. Okay, and if that didn't make sense to you, then maybe that part wasn't for you. So yeah, you know, another thing over here, you know, I'm gonna say with the Page of Swords showing up reversed as well, you know, I'm gonna say, you know, with the Page of Swords and the 5 of Swords and like this energy over here, I just feel the need to tell you, you know, like the Page of Swords can be very communicative, wants to express, wants to talk. But with the reversal, this is more about the reception of information, right? Like kind of welcoming in new information, new ideas, taking a time and a step back to learn, to be really mindful about how you're communicating, okay? Like that could be a message for some of you right now. Be mindful about how you're sharing whatever it is that you're sharing, okay? Be mindful about how you're expressing yourself. And I also feel the need to tell you that for those of you that are dealing with a physical person, like an authority figure, because some of y'all could just be dealing with an idea, right? An idea that was imposed on you that you're like, no, that's not my life that I want to live. But for those of you that are dealing with a person that's trying to impose something on you, that has some sort of control and power over you, it's like, you know what? Listen and walk away. Listen and take a step back, because there's nothing that you can do or say that is going to change that person's mind. Like, you just can't control what they have to say about you. Like, you can't change it. So you're wasting your energy by giving this person more of your time, more of your voice. Use your voice for something that fulfills you. Use your creativity, use your mind, channel your thoughts into the things that inspire you, into healing yourself, worrying about you. Because I'm sorry, but there's just like nothing that you can do to, you know, like for the other people. Like, you just don't have control of them, and it's just gonna waste your time. So put that energy into yourself and healing yourself, okay? So that is what I have for you right now, Capricorn. If there were any messages for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, your subscribes, you sharing my videos, checking out my other content. Everything truly helps. Lets me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. Lets me know what's working. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for being here, and take care. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Let me have a sip of tea. All right. Hello, Aquarius. Aquarius rising, sun or moon. Welcome to your reading. For you, this eclipse is happening in your 4th house, okay? This is all about your roots and your home. So you need to heal, right? To heal your roots could be highlighted at this moment. Your intuition could be peaking though, right? You could be very honed in. That's why I chose the Queen of Cups and the Chariot over here, okay? It's like your instincts are kicking in, all right? You could also be going through some movements in your home setting right now, like changing where you live, or even changing how you live, right? Even just like feng shuiing your like living situation, right? Moving furniture around, you know, like that kind of thing as well, okay? But this is very much a time for you to create a sacred space for yourself, okay? And this is about assessing, you know, what in your roots needs healing, you know, what has worked out, what does your sense of home look like, what does home mean to you, okay? So yeah, that's what's being highlighted right now, okay? I did choose the Chariot over here, okay, because I do feel like you're making moves in this, you know, in like in your perception of the home that you want to create, okay? And like I said, you know, it doesn't have to be a physical move. It could just be like moving furniture around and things like that. But I do feel like you're figuring out, you know what, this is what's not working out for me. For some of you, it could be, you know, healing your past and saying, I don't want to repeat this cycle, or I don't like how this worked out, and charging towards something new, something different. That's that Chariot energy, okay? I just realized both of these are, yeah, oh yeah, duh, because this is in the 4th house of Cancer. That's why I chose them. Well, I chose this one because it was the 4th house of Cancer, and then the Queen of Cups I chose more intuitively. But yes, right? So very much a need for you to be nurturing with yourself, okay? Be soft with yourself, be gentle with yourself, okay? It is very much a time to, you know, like I said at the beginning, strengthen your intuition. but also focus on your self-love. Focus on the way that you see yourself, taking care of your emotional needs, doing the little things that work for you when it comes to like making yourself happy at this moment. Okay, so let's see what oracle card you have. Yeah, you have transformation. Beautiful. Yes. So you're very much shifting, okay? Like, you know, you are growing, you're transforming, okay? I do feel like, you know, I'm just gonna throw this out there, right? Like Aquariuses have this, you know, reputation for being a bit aloof, for being a little bit uncaring, or for being a little unemotional, right? But I do feel like the you know, particularly maybe since 2021 or like the last cycles over here, like that's actually shifting. You're transforming into a stronger version of yourself that is a lot more intuitive, that is a lot more in touch with their emotions, that's, you know, like you are more than any Aquarian stereotypes, right? Or you are more than anything else that was placed on you over here, okay? Like you're transforming into just like a more complex, you know, bigger person, right? Who trusts themselves, who loves themselves, who knows when to take care of business, who knows when to receive, who knows. I feel like your masculine and feminine energy are also very aligned here. Like you're finding and bringing balance into that as well. Okay, so let's see what else Mother Moon has to say to you. And what messages does Aquarius need to hear right now from Mother Moon? You have the Queen of Swords. Yes, this could be an Aquarius card, the Queen of Swords. Sometimes it's perceived. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is, yeah, okay, a Pisces card. I don't know. That's, I mean, well, so, you know, with the Queen of Swords showing up over here, there is, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go back to this. Could be an Aquarius card, because this could very much be you not feeling strong, you not feeling like your best self, okay? You not seeing your worth is really what I'm saying, okay? Seeing goodness. But yeah, you know, with the Queen of Swords, you know, she is so smart, she is so logical, okay? She is wise, okay? She has, you know, a good perception. She can see things. She's observant, right? And makes sense of things quickly, and uses her wits, you know, to get by. You know, the Queen of Swords has also been known as the Widower's card, which is, you know, as a widow, right? Like she had to do what she had to do to take care of herself and take care of her business. And that's you, right? Somebody who is very self-actualized, who can take care of business, take care of you. But with the reversal, there's the sense of you not seeing that within yourself. You're not stopping to recognize everything that you've done for you and everything that you have access to. I'm gonna say for some of you, this is showing up very callously. Like this is you, like using that using that wisdom in a way that can be, I'm even hearing the word conniving, right? Like that's how some people might even perceive you. Look, I'm sorry, but like that's what I got, okay? Or maybe even a little callous, right? Or because, you know, whatever it was that, you know, you were caring for, some of you is like healing from your past over here that needs your attention, that is causing you to be a little bit blocked off as well, right? And maybe even like push people away, cut people off over here with the Queen of Swords, okay? And you know, just be mindful, know that you can be logical, that you can be smart, you know. And I'm so glad that I chose this Queen of Cups because it's like you can be logical, you can be smart, you can be brilliantly wise and take care of stuff and still be nurturing, still be soft, still be gentle, okay? Know that these are not exclusive. These two ideas can coexist, okay? These two ideas can coexist within you. You have the Hanged Man showing up over here, which is, you know, I love that it showed up reversed, because I do feel like you're rising up from this sort of lull, okay? The Hanged Man is all about your perception, right? Like the way that you're seeing things, the way that you're seeing the situation, okay? Seeing yourself, like I said, as both of these entities, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. And knowing that, you know, and I say this regardless of your gender, right? Like, you know, but like carrying these energies, okay? But seeing that, I don't know, seeing things in a new way, okay? As far as you know, how you're relating to the external world over here, okay? I do feel like you're rising up, like you're kind of waking up from a lull, all right? I do feel like, you know, because the Hanged Man is very still, but with the reversal is like coming out of something, okay? So some of y'all have figured out what it is that you need to move forward from. Some of you have figured out what it is that has been hurting you, or you're kind of starting to process that, right? Because the Hangman energy still showed up, but it's almost like you're waking up, like you're able to, like I said, very connected to your intuition, very able to recognize, right? Like, oh, this is what's setting me off. Oh, this is what's not working. This is what I need to move past from, okay? So, you know, once again, you know, with this Piscean energy of the Hanged Man, like being not just in touch with your emotions, but also like with your intuition, with your dreams, with, you know, your connection to the spiritual realm, your connection to the world over here, okay? So that's what I have for you right now. Thank you so much for being here. If there was anything for you in this reading at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything helps. Lets me know if there were messages here for you. Lets me know. Yeah, sorry, I'm like so distracted by the voices outside. Like I really want to ignore them, but I think it's just okay. I think they're, yeah. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Pisces. All right, hello Pisces. Pisces. Oh, wait. There we go. Actually, let me get some water. All right. Woo. All right. Hello, Pisces. Pisces rising, Pisces sun, or Pisces moon. For you, this eclipse is happening in your third house of communication, okay? So your need to communicate simply, communicate clearly could be highlighted at this time. You are very adaptable right now, okay? Adaptable to change. You're very able to expand your knowledge, okay? It's like you kind of been out there exploring and you're able to like reel it in and bring it in toward you. Very much a time for learning, okay? You could be exploring your local communities, making new connections over here, okay? And you, for some of you, you could even be developing plans for travel, okay? So this could be like short travel or long travel, right? But like it's like those plans are in the works right now, okay? So this is very much a time to reflect on, you know, lessons that you have learned before, okay? Because you're very, sorry, my throat like kind of closed up. But because your mind is very keen, right? Like right now your mind is just, it's like so active. It's like able to say, oh, that's what that lesson was, okay? So pay attention, you know, since the eclipse started in 2021, you know what's been happening, okay? Very much a time to kind of focus on what you've learned, but release the pain, okay? For some of you, relationships could even be highlighted, okay? That's part of why I chose, you know, like the Lovers card over here, okay? So this could be you know, like your relationships to people, like romance, sorry, duh. It's all people, but like relationships to romantic partners, or relationships to like one-on-one friends, or relationships to friends, like business partners. Like, goodness golly, why do I feel so, whew, all right. I felt very woozy there for a second. Okay. Yeah, because you're very heady. You're in a very heady space right now. Okay. So it's about how are you going to use it? Okay. Your mind is keen right now, but you have to use it in a way that's actually going to serve you right now. Okay. Pisces. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and, oh yeah, there you go. Okay. Duh. Okay. I see. I'm being redirected to the cards that I chose so that I can talk to you about it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Oracle card, and then I'll get into the cards that I chose. You have Quantum Jump. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, I'm going to like make a really random notice, okay? But you have 636. I don't know. Okay, I just feel like there might be a message for you in that 636, the angel number 636, or just the number 636. Maybe the time, okay? But I don't know, look up the number 636 and let me know if there was any messages for you in that, okay? Because I don't know why it just like really stood out to me, okay? So it doesn't have to, but it stood out to me. All right, so beautiful. Okay, y'all are making big leaps over here, big changes, big shifts. Okay, but you know, and you're yeah, I see. So coming back to these cards as well. Okay, you're being asked to make smart moves. Okay, some of y'all have choices to make with the lovers. Okay, this can be an energy of, you know, choosing something different, like kind of being. I'm getting even like feeling caught between like a hard and a rock place, needing to make some moves, needing to make some adjustments, and needing to figure out, you know, what it is that you want to charge toward. And with the Queen of Swords, you know, I did choose it because this is about being logical, being smart about it, okay? And the reason I chose, you know, like the Queen of Swords and not the King of Swords, for example, is because the Queen of Swords takes care of business and charges forward and, you know, and handles her scandal, but she still carries some of that water energy, some of that connection to her emotions, connection to, you know, what feels good, still honoring, you know, she's probably the least emotional of all the queens. Nonetheless, she still carries that with her and uses that as she is making decisions, right? Are the decisions logical? Yes, right? But they're not completely dismissing emotional needs here as well. So all right, let's see what other messages you have from Mother Moon. Okay, with Quantum Jump, you know, I do feel like you have choices, or you might be making choices for yourself over here that are going to cause you to like take the leap into something new, something different. Okay, this is all about, you know, things being so much better than you could have expected. Like you don't even see how good it's gonna be, you don't even see how good it's gonna get yet. Okay, like your eyes will be opening, right? But it's just like you're gonna be shifting from like right now you're living in this reality, and then like all of a sudden before you know it, it's like, whoa, how did I even get here? How did I get the house of my dreams? How did I get to travel? How did I get to whatever, you know, whatever it is that you're looking for, right? Like, I don't know, how did I find the perfect love of my life, you know, or whatever. So, you know, like be ready, okay? Like, yes, okay, be ready. Yep, you have the Eight of Swords showing up and the Page of Cups. Of course you do. Okay, I see. I told you. Sorry, I was like, I feel like, I don't know, for some of you, like romance could be in the air. But yeah, with the Eight of Swords over here, okay, you know, this thing, your headspace right now, your mind, your logic, it is your blessing and your curse. The Eight of Swords is the sense of feeling trapped, the sense of feeling anxious, of like not knowing what to do next. But the thing about the Eight of Swords is that it's a reminder that you can release yourself. You can take the blindfold off and then figure out, oh, I need to fly this way. Oh, look at that. There's been nurturing berries behind my feet all along, and I had never even seen them, right? So like you have this power, you have this ability, you can actually free yourself. And that's what this Mother Moon wants to remind you of right now, that you don't have to feel trapped. And that's what I'm saying about like the blessing and the curse, because the curse would be, right, like giving into that anxiety, feeling like you are trapped, feeling like there's nothing that you can do. But the blessing is that your logic, that like how smart you are, like, you know, that energy, that airy energy that's supporting you right now, that logic that wants to come into your life, can actually bring you to a lot of brilliant decisions, to making choices for yourself that are going to be good for you, to deciding to go on a path that is going to be a lot more fulfilling for you. Okay, so, you know, allow yourself to process your thoughts. Okay, I'm definitely saying do not dismiss your emotions. For some of you, it's about reconciling your emotions with your thoughts. Okay, like, I don't know, like maybe you're really sad about something, and okay, like, so for example, right, it's like, oh, I'm really sad about something, like, I don't know, like a friendship, and I feel like I just have to leave them behind, right? And like your instinct or your emotion might be to like run away, right? And never talk to them again, right? But this is like, okay. So my feelings are hurt, maybe because I don't know, right? Like I felt like she said something that was really hurtful when I was trying to open up or whatever, right? And it's like, okay, you know, maybe like you do need to walk away, but maybe you could talk to this person about that and be like, hey, you know, like this hurt me, like when you said that, and then see how they respond, right? And kind of like put that out there. Like that's more logical, right, than just kind of acting on your feelings right away without trying to be kind of logical about the situation, right? Like I know that's like a weird example. Like that's I don't know why that's what I thought of. That's what I can think of right now. Okay. But right, but it's about kind of like still kind of having that soft approach, right? And I would say like with the Page of Cups, okay, be gentle, be soft. You know, it wouldn't be like, why'd you say that, blah blah blah, you know, kind of going back to that example of the friend, but actually kind of saying, hey, you know, like when this happened, you know, like this is how I felt or whatever, right? And then kind of seeing how they respond. If they're freaking assholes, then you get to move on and be like, bye. But you know, they might be like, oh snappies, I never even thought about that or whatever, right? So you know, just kind of balance logic and emotion, okay? Like don't go too much in either direction, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. Okay, for some of you, you could very much have like love around the corner, love offers. Some of y'all could be hearing from a person, like it could be romantic or it could be even like friends. Okay, I'm so sorry. My throat. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's so funny. Isn't this a yes, like my throat just kind of started closing up at the beginning. There's like I feel like there could be somebody that wants to talk to you that's just like not reaching out. So I don't know what that's about, but that could be what's happening for some of you. That's something that Mama Moon wants you to know. Be smart about it, okay? For some of you, you could have new emotionally fulfilling connections, all right, kind of coming your way. So this could come in the form of friends, like a new, you know, like social circle in your local community, particularly because this is happening in your third house. It could also be dealing with like siblings. Oh, it could be like a sibling for some of you as well. Maybe like, especially if you've had like a falling out or something. It's like they might be wanting to talk to you, but they don't. Yeah, I was like, maybe that's why I got that really random message, because I was like, I don't have that situation happening in my life. Like anyway, but yeah, it could be like maybe like a sibling or something like that that's trying to rekindle something. So yeah, I feel like the sense of rekindling, okay, kind of like a side message over here, all right, but yes, okay, find that balance between your logic and your emotion. Know that things are going to be even better than you could ever imagine, okay? With quantum jump energy just being so supportive right now. 636, let me know what it means. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. If there was anything in this reading for you at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything truly helps. Lets me know if there were messages here for you. Lets me know if you like this reading. Lets me know if I should do more readings like this. Yeah, like please let me know. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Aries. All right, Aries. I don't know how long this has been going on. Ooh, and 1:35:13. I had to peek. All right, so let's see. All right. Whew. Aries rising, sun or moon. Welcome to your reading for you. This eclipse is happening in your second house. So you're definitely one of the signs that's feeling this the most, because the second house is the house of Taurus, okay? But yeah, you know, like for you, this is very much about getting in touch with your personal values, getting in touch with your self-worth, okay? So yes, this can very much include what you've accumulated, what you've worked so hard for, but it really is about your inner knowing of like what you want, of what you feel worthy of, like truly saying, you know, like I am worthy of blank, right? But there's also this need to balance that with releasing the I should have a blank, right? Like I don't know, like just to give an example, right? Like, I should have, 3 dogs and a white picket fence, right? It's like, why do I want 3 dogs and a white picket fence, right? It's more about asking yourself, do I like the idea of 3 dogs and a white picket fence, or is that something that people told me I needed, so now that's what I want, right? I don't know. I know that's a silly example, right? But it's really about your values, okay? It's also very much a time to remind yourself of your worth, okay? Like, be grateful for what you have, and know that that doesn't mean complacency. That doesn't mean that you're not gonna have more. It's just simply saying, hey, I'm grateful for what I have. And then, figuring out, it's like, as you figure out your self-worth, as you figure out your best qualities, as you figure out who you are and what your values truly are, one, then you can charge toward that, and two, then you can bring that toward yourself, okay? For some of you, I'm just gonna say, you could be having even like career shifts that are gonna be more aligned to your personal values, okay? Or you might be considering that. So yeah, if that sounds like you, let's keep going. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up an oracle card for you, Aries. Let's see what else what messages does Mother Moon have for you right here, right now? All right, you have immense growth. Beautiful. Oh, I love it. Ooh. I love like the Fibonacci sequence, right? Because it's like exponential growth, okay? So yeah, and I go back to this, I want to remind you that that Taurian energy, like this eclipse right now is very much highlighting, right? Like, where we're simplifying and where we're releasing what we don't really want, so that, it's like, as you release though, right, like the things that you don't want, what is that creating space for? Asking yourself that question right now, because you can have so much more. Immense growth is truly waiting for you over here. I want to say, I chose the 9 of coins here to go along with the Empress, because yes, we're talking about your self-worth, how you see yourself, saying, hey, look at all the hard work that I've done. Hey, like I am worthy of this because I've done this work, right? And hey, this is really what I want. If you wanted if you wanted the watermelons, right, and you planted the watermelons, right, like, great, right? Before, some of you've been planting watermelons, but you don't even want watermelons, right? So get very aligned about what your next harvest is going to be, okay? What it is that you want to create over here, okay? But know that you can do it. Know that you have the skills. This is a reminder that look at everything that you're able to bring into life, into the world, okay? And that's where the Empress energy shows up over here, okay? Because it's very much an energy of creation, of receptivity, being willing to say, like, kind of saying, like, you know what? As you decide, you know what? For my next harvest, I want to grow squash, all right? And it's like, okay, you know what? Then the universe is going to provide you the squash, right? Somebody may say, hey, I have some squash seeds here. What do you want, right? But I mean, like, in regardless, pardon the agricultural analogy here, but I hope it makes sense. Right? But in regards to whatever it is that you're wanting and that you are craving, right, get very clear about what it is that you want to create, because the universe will want to provide that for you, okay? So be willing to receive, be open to receiving, okay? This is about, once again, seeing everything that you are able to create within yourself. And I want to point out that the Empress is the antithesis to the Emperor, right? Or like, not the antithesis, the counterpart. There you go, counterpart, because they're not like an antithetical, they're counterparts, right? They're complementary, okay? So this is about getting in touch with a different part of you, okay? As your, like, the Emperor would be the tarot card here that represents you, right? Like, that's the energy that you're familiar with, right? Like taking care of business, doing things over here. So you might need to get in touch with energies that feel uncomfortable to you, doing things in ways that feel different, that make you wonder, like, what am I doing, or where am I going, right? Like, or even kind of getting in touch with, what is it that I want? Like, do I like the concept of a white picket fence and 3 dogs, right? Like, even asking yourself those things might feel uncomfortable, and questioning what it is that you want might feel uncomfortable, but know that it's ultimately to bring you true balance, right? And bring you what you truly want here. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the tarot. Let's see what else Mama Moon has to say you have the Ten of Swords, and you have the Seven of Cups reversed. Yep, okay, that does not surprise me, all right? Look, with the Ten of Swords, very much like you're close to wrapping up a cycle, okay? But you're being asked to narrow things down, okay? Mama Moon wants you to focus. With the Seven of Cups, this is all the options. Maybe you've been experimenting. Maybe you've been experiencing. Maybe you've been, you know, looking around and trying new things. Maybe you've planted watermelon and squash and celery and, you know, I don't know. And now you're like, you know what? I think I want to try planting herbs rather than fruit or vegetables. I don't know. Anyway. Why am I still going with that analogy? I don't know. Are y'all gardeners? Some of y'all need to get into gardening. Some of y'all need to like bring a little bit of dirt into your life. Like get your hands dirty. Like, I don't know, get like a little plant. All right. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling intuitively, but like, I'm just going to throw that out there. Okay. Anyway, side message back to back to this, all right? You know, Mama Moon does want you to focus, okay? Because it feels like you've kind of been dabbling around and checking things out, but with the Seven of Cups showing up reversed, there's this need of like narrowing things down, narrowing down your options, okay? Figuring out what it actually is that you want, what it actually is that you are looking for, okay? I love how, you know, this octopus here, like it has like a little plant, okay? So very much, you know, plant something, okay? I also see the little ring over here, okay? So for some of you, like, are you looking for commitment? What are you looking for, okay? Sorry, I know like the octopus has a lot of things, but those were the ones that really stood out to me right now. So get real with yourself, okay? I do feel like you're refusing to learn. You're refusing to close this cycle. Some of y'all are carrying something. Some of y'all are carrying hurt. Some of y'all are like, you're carrying pain. The Ten of Swords is like feeling backstabbed, feeling betrayed, feeling like, you know, really, you know, upset about something. But the Ten of Swords wants you to move on and wrap up the cycle over here, okay? But what the reversal is telling me is that you're refusing to move on from something. It's like this thing is hindering you. This thing is keeping you from narrowing down your choices. This thing is keeping you from creating this immense growth for yourself. So what is it that you are refusing to let go of, okay? For some of you, it's really, you know, I think it was Capricorn that got this message, right? About, you know, being grateful for the lessons and moving on, okay? I don't know why I'm telling you that. But maybe you have Capricorn placements. If you do, you check out that reading. But you know, being grateful for the lessons, being grateful for what it taught you about yourself and what it is that you want. And then being willing to, you know, move past that, use it as a learning opportunity, use it as a way to shift your mindset over here. Okay. So that is what I have for you today, Aries. All right. If there are any messages for you here at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything truly helps. Let me know. If there were messages here for you, let me know. If I should make more videos like this, let me know what's working and what's not. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy, and take care. Bye.